I know. It's scary to get out there and start photographing strangers. You don't know how they're going to react, if they're going to get angry. But let's be honest here. I mean, what would your photos look like if you could get past this? And it's totally possible, because the key here is not to ignore your fear. Emotions are normal. So I'm going to share 5 tips with you today to get you past your concerns. The first tip is to shoot past the person, the look-through technique. And the way you do this is exactly as it sounds. You look past the person. You aim your body language and your gaze directly past them. So if you're the person I'm photographing, I am going to be looking right here. And I'm not even going to be looking at you. I'm going to ignore you the whole time. But especially if I'm using a wide lens, you're in my lens right now. And that's pretty cool, because if you're using the rule of thirds, you now have the person automatically on that right third there. And the subject that you're photographing then feels that you're shooting something beyond them. And most of the time when I use this technique, that person usually apologizes to me for being in the way of my shot, when in reality, they are the shot. Number 2 is, if you're noticed during street photography taking a photo of someone, hold your position. It tells that person that you're photographing something that has completely nothing to do with them. I've done this many times when I walk up to someone and take a photo of them on the street and they notice me, and I just keep standing there and keep clicking after they've moved past me or walked by. To that person, I'm photographing something that is completely, just has nothing to do with them whatsoever. And number 3, which kind of is in line with number 2, is don't make eye contact. Eye contact, that's the death knell. You take a photo, you don't look at your subject, you keep moving, or whatever you do. If you make eye contact, that person immediately knows that you took their photo. Good, bad, who knows? But you just don't want to initiate that kind of confrontation when you don't have to. And even though that moment may feel stressful to you, I get it, it's going to dissolve instantly as soon as you walk away. They're not going to remember anything.
It's taken me a long time to feel comfortable with this, but like nowadays, after practicing, I can like literally just do this, like be right up in people and just like, you know, pop off photos. That's just something new. You know, it's taken me some time, because you realize most people, they don't care. People just, they forget about you within 5 minutes.
And whatever you do, don't preview the photo right there on the spot. It's a dead giveaway. By the way, at this point in the video, I'm supposed to ask you to subscribe and give me a thumbs up and click that bell and all that good stuff, but I'd actually also love for you to check out the Big Photo Hunt, which is the online photography community that I started for amateur photographers. Not only is it a great place to share your work and get inspired, but it is arguably the world's most friendly photography community. It's really friendly. Number 4, and this is a method that I don't really love. I don't think I'm very good at it, although I've done it a lot unintentionally. And it's the idea here of when you're taking the photo, just kind of pretend you don't know what you're doing and you're not from there and you're trying to figure everything out, and you look very harmless that way. I love to shoot with my full frame Sony camera, and so it's a little hard when you're doing that and you've got this big camera. But if I go out with like my Ricoh, I've got a GR III, those cameras, they look more like tourist cameras and you can get away with it more there. This actually happened to me kind of like on a big scale recently. I was in London in a train station taking photos with my full frame camera. I was just waiting for a train and I was like, just having fun. I was bored. I was like, oh, I'm gonna take some photos. And then all of a sudden a cop came up to me.
5 minutes ago, they made an announcement and they said, text this number if you see something in the train station that looks suspicious. And about 2 minutes later, a police officer came up to me.
And she was so nice, but like she was asking me what I was doing. And I was like, I don't know, I'm just kind of a tourist. I was a tourist, but like, I don't know, I was just a tourist. Number 5, and this, my friend, is everything. Confidence. It's all in the body language. If you're confident, people won't even look at you. If you're unsure about yourself, well, they're gonna look at you. It just works that way. The more confident you are, the more you're ignored. And if you do have an interaction, just be friendly. Most people in this world are actually really nice. They're just curious. And once you meet them and talk to them, they don't care. In a lot of cases, when I've had that happen, I actually then offer them the photo and I'll take their email address right there and I always follow up and send them the photo. If you do bump into someone that's not happy or they want you to delete it, just delete it. It's just good for the world. It's good for photographers and it's just nice to do.
People don't really care for the most part. Some places they do, and there's cultural reasons and there are local laws in different cities and countries around the world that you pay attention to. But otherwise, like for the most part, you could just stand there and just be invisible and enjoy yourself.
I love capturing moments that are just a snapshot in time that won't happen again. And if they get it right, they tell a really cool story. And I'm learning as I go. If you want more tips and tricks with others who are learning as they go, check out the Big Photo Hunt. It's really friendly. I'll see you there.